And this is our lane call for action. This is call to action, not call for action. Sorry, that's something else altogether. But we want to put this as a credits clip or an ending title clip, if you will. And something along the lines of having your domain name and a brief description of the video. You know, you don't want to go too all out on the title clips and the credits clips, but you want to again put some type of branding information on your video, not just the watermark, but a beginning and an ending, such as the case with the title clips and the credit clips that we're doing here. And then we could just do the save as, and we're going to go with, for lack of a better term, title clip 1.jpg. Now some software, we're going to save it in the same spot. Some software like Camtasia or Windows Movie Maker, they will allow you to import images like this, but they have their own built-in tools to create your not only watermarks but also your beginning and ending title clips, and I'm going to touch on those here in just a sec. But that pretty much ends our little trip down GIMP memory lane. Let's go ahead and close this out, and let's head on over to Virtual Dub, and that's the software we introduced you to in a prior video. Open that up, and let's go ahead and drop a video down in here. It's our blurry guy. And again, just a quick intro, this is our input, that's our output, and here's where we're going to put our watermark. So remember to do that, we go to Video, Filters, go to Add, and we want to go to Logo right here, click on OK, and want to browse to where we have the watermark. That's not where we got it. Let's see, I think I got it in here. Yep. And here you can put in wherever you want it, a location, top left, top center, top right, bottom right, and then I'm going to go with bottom center. And here are the offsets. These are the angles at which you can put it. If you want to go straight across and just leave them at 0. And let's go ahead and show a preview here. See right down here at the bottom. Now then let's change this. You can see it shifted it to the left a little bit, and this will bring it up off the bottom. Okay, my mistake. These are not the angles, but the points off of where you listed it here. So in other words, we're about -5. 0, 0 is exactly where you have it. That's bottom center. If you have it to bottom right, then as you adjust these left and right arrows, that will adjust this from the bottom right over to the left or up from the base. So again, that's these guys here. My bad. Live and learn. And that should put it right back here. And that should just about do it. Click on Hide Preview, click on OK, and then click on OK, and you can see it's right here in the bottom. Oh, I'm sorry, I wanted to make that transparent, which we can do by going back to our filters, double clicking, and right here the opacity, same thing as transparency. Let's check on the preview here. You can see it's almost invisible. Let's do that. That sounds good. Okay. And then OK. You can see it blends in better and doesn't stand out quite as much. And it's always down on the bottom. There, fantastic. And then we just save this as AVI, and then just overwrite that one. Yeah. Then we'll go through its business here. Now then, that's all done and fine and dandy. We've got our watermark in there, and now what we can do, I'm going to use this next example to, well, introduce you to another piece of software that's free, and that is Windows Movie Maker. And we're going to put this saved output with the watermark on there. We're going to put this into our Windows Movie Maker and add those title clips rather. And to do that, we're going to head on over to my All Programs, and let me see if I can find it here. I haven't used it in a while. Here we go, Windows Movie Maker. Now then, what we want to do is go ahead and bring in our video, which is watermark because we overwrote that one. Import, and I believe that Windows Movie Maker works best, maybe even only, with AVI files or source files. So if you do not have an AVI file, then in one of the prior videos I discussed briefly on how you can convert FLV or WMV or MOV file types that are not source files, how you can convert those into AVI files by using media. Well, there's a couple of different software out there, but I think Media Coder was one of them. Anyway, so let's Windows Movie Maker, and I'm not sure why, but it breaks them down sometimes into several clips. We just want to select them all, drag down into this top line here, and don't worry, it'll figure out how to put them in there in order. And then we go up here to Import Pictures, and then we could just drag this guy right on down here into the beginning. And if you want, you can also drag it down here into the end. And again, depending upon, maybe you've got two different ones, one for the title, one for the credits, or one for the beginning, one for the ending. And you can do that. And another thing that you can do is, where are we at here? Make titles or credits. This is a little gizmo that Windows Movie Maker will use to create your own, or its own beginning or ending title or credits clips. And it's a lot of cool stuff in here. Title at the beginning, title before the selected clip. So if there's broken down, you can break these down too by putting your marker anywhere in the video, and then over here, this guy right here splits the clip, and then you can put one of these, you know, wherever before the selected clip or after the selected clip, and then this one here, credits at the end of the movie. And they're basically the same thing. You've got some options you can play with here. Right here you can just start typing in www.mydomain.com, and over here on the right it gives you a preview of what's going on. And you can click on Done, or you got some more options where you can change the title animation. And what's taking place now is the title animation where it fades in and out. Right now it's paused. You can change the text font and color here. So you can see there's a whole lot to choose from here under Windows Movie Maker. And by the way, you can either do a search on Google for Windows Movie Maker. It's free, by the way. But if you're using Windows XP, Windows Vista, and I believe even Windows 2000, you're probably already going to find this installed on your PC anyway. So you can just do like what I did. Go to Start, All Programs, and do a hunt down in there somewhere for your Windows Movie Maker, and you'll more than likely find it just fine. But one thing you can do is, let's say we're done with this. You see how it automatically added this to the beginning because we asked for a title. If we were creating a credits clip, it would have automatically added it to the end. But here's something cool. You just go down here, left mouse click, and drag that down to the bottom here under Title Overlay. Yeah, okay, I was wondering what happened there. And you can just, where you get the double red arrows, just move this side to the end and move this, click, hold, and drag to the end of your video. And of course it's kind of tough to see here, but you can see how that's overlaid all the way throughout the entire video. You'll see that remains right in there. That's your watermark. Of course, you already got the watermark down here that you had on the video before you imported it into Windows Movie Maker. But that's another way you can use Windows Movie Maker to do the whole thing. You don't need the GIMP, but you are somewhat limited with what you can do style-wise versus the GIMP. with using just Windows Movie Maker to do this. But that's how you do that. And then of course you just go to Save to My Computer, and you can name it and save it to wherever you want. And there's certain settings in here. I'll go ahead and go through this here real quick. You can just do best quality for playback on my computer, or you've got several settings in here depending upon what you're wanting. What you're going to be using it for. Let's say we're going to be using it to upload to YouTube or some of the various web or video hosting sites, which is probably going to be more of the case. Well, let's go ahead and make it as highest quality as possible, and we can do any editing on something like Virtual Dub, for example. So we can do just whatever you want. Let's say video for LAN. That's going to make it a pretty fat size. Still we're under 5 megabytes in size, but 4:3 ratio is cool. Frames per second, that's about right, is 30. You don't want to go less than 15, but you don't really want to go more than 30. And then just click on Next, and it will start rendering, as they call it, your video. But that's pretty much it for that. So we've covered how to create your own watermark, how to create your own title tag using the GIMP, and you can do pretty much the same thing, only you're a little more limited with your text and styles by using Windows Movie Maker, which again is free. And we touched on using Virtual Dub to adjust or to add the watermark to your video. And that's going to bring us to the end of this video on how to use free online tools to brand your videos. I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you learned something. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great day.